I said, I don't have a problem. What time is good for you? He said, 12. I'll see you there at 12. I said, Mike, we have this gentleman that wants to come and meet with us. And he has some great things to say. And that's exactly what he told me to say. So anyways, I get there. And I like to ask this gentleman, Circle of Excellence. He's been in the excellence system for 3 years, and he's met his numbers, and he's doubled his numbers, and he continues to excel. I'd like to introduce to you guys Ulises Vega from the Vega team. Come on.
I mean, how can I follow Dennis and Noel? I mean, this introduction is amazing. For those of you that have never heard of me, it's perfectly fine. I'm Ulises Vega, real estate broker, owner of Excellence Real Estate, TheVegaTeam, and just like our dear mentor Amado said, I came to the Excellence organization 3 years ago, actually, with a dream, kind of like what my friend Noel would say. We had a dream, we had a lot of expectations, but it was a dream. And when I met with Mike, he basically told me, you can do this. And he planted the seed of what he felt that I could be. And 3 years ago, I had no idea it was going to be this chaotic, stressful, busy, amazing. I had no manual as to how this was all going to develop. I mean, you don't get a manual that says how to become the perfect broker. If you have any questions, go to chapter 2, page, whatever. I remember one of the first things that Mike told me was, well, go get yourself a lease. I got myself a lease, two-year lease, and I called him immediately. I said, Mike, guess what? I got myself a lease. Now what do? He goes, start recruiting, Mr. Ulysses. And I said, well, that's awesome, but I've never recruited anybody. This is true story. I wish I could make this up. This is literally what had happened. And I thought, well, who's going to want to join me? I mean, not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to want to work with me or for me. And it started with one agent, which he got his second award this year, Robert Wetzel. And it started with one. Then one became two became four. Now we have just under, don't quote me, about 20 agents. We also have a pre-licensing student division, which we have 30 students waiting to take their state exam. We went from a 650 square foot office to 1,800 square feet. It hasn't been easy, but again, when you love what you do, what do they say, that you really don't work a day in your life again? And one of the things that I absolutely love about Excellence is that Mike and Rosita have allowed me to be me. They never try to modify me and change the way I do. They just kind of gave me the ball and let me loose. And I think when you give your agents and your brokers the support and allow them to be themselves, then the rest is history. And we've been doing this for 3 years under the Excellence organizations. We've literally doubled our production every single year. We started, I remember when I got my business license for Fontana, late August of 2016, we did 6 million in the last 3.5 months. Then we did 15 million to finish 4 in 2017. And then we did 23 million, literally just two of my agents and myself, 53 units. So it can be done. It can be done, regardless of the market, regardless of what area you work. One of the things that Noel mentioned that sets us apart, that I wish everybody would take to heart, is the Excellence magazine that we have. Nobody's doing it. Nobody has it. If I would have had that magazine at my other brand, it would have been scary to see how many offices we would be owning. So, it's a matter of just putting in the work. The magazine sells itself. We have no competition. And regardless of whether you're in the high desert, in Fontana, in Menifee, there's business for everybody. It's a matter of how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? How hungry are you? Making 6 figures in real estate, honestly, it's not that hard. And one of the things that I felt that I took to heart from a very early age was branding myself. For those of you that remember me from back in the days, I actually wrapped my vehicle after the market had collapsed. Mike remembers it, the famous Realtor Mobile. I wrapped my entire truck And this was after the market had collapsed, and everybody was telling me, the market just collapsed. What are you doing? Save your money. Go get a real job. And I did the unthinkable. This was in 2008. You know, we're talking 4 months after the market had collapsed. I paid $3,500 to wrap a vehicle. Now, the car wrapping is a lot more affordable. This was unheard of, 11, 12 years ago. And nothing ever produced more transactions than the car wrapping. Branding, definitely. Another thing that Noel mentioned, which I would piggyback on that, is the power of social media. For those of you that haven't embraced social media, whether you're a realtor or lender, title, social media works if you work it. The power of videos. Everybody says, well, you make videos look easy, but you guys don't see the million bloopers that sometimes we record. But videos work if you work them. We have to let the consumer know what we do. And you just want to make sure that that consumer sees that video at the particular time where they need your services. It may not be today, but they'll remember. And it cannot be just one video a month or one video a year. It has to be consistency. Now, by that, I don't mean let's overwhelm and do 20 videos a day. Of course not. But you want to let them know what you do, where you do it. I'm a very hands-on broker. I go door knocking with my agents. I do cold calling with my agents. I do open houses with my agents. Why? Because I wanted to be that broker that I never got to see. I always wanted to have an office that would have had an environment that I would have loved to be a part of. So, because I never had a broker go door knocking with me or do phone calls or teach me scripts, I know what it's like when my agents ask me, would you want to go to a listing appointment with me because I want to secure it? Absolutely. That's how they follow you and they respect you, because I will never ask my agents to do something that either I haven't done, don't know how to do, or I forgot how to do it. So if anybody wants to take some bits and pieces of what has helped my team and I, stay consistent. A real estate here is not a 100-meter race. It's a marathon, and you have to pace yourself. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent with your activities, meaning don't put your eggs in one basket. Do door knocking, do open houses, call your sphere of influence. Let everybody know what you do. You got to be out there. You got to brand yourself. Do you have your name tag? Do you have your polos with your excellence logo? Whether it's a wrap vehicle, are you passing out your excellence magazine? Better yet, do you have your own branded excellence magazine with your own listings and your own souls? Consistency. How's your social media? Do you have a presence on Instagram? Do you have a presence on YouTube? Do you even have a YouTube channel? And by that, I don't mean just posting once a month. I've seen a lot of realtors and even lenders that one business, but then you go to their newsfeed and all you see is pictures of cats and plants. No offense. But if I'm a consumer, I have no idea what you do, because I don't know if you work at a pet store. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. We have to show the consumer what we do. So consistency. Another thing, really quick before I forget, winners keep score. And I know that Ruben Mata and Amado, as well as our leader, Michael Yoke, believe in tracking your activities. Track your goals, track your activities. And by that I mean, how many listings did you get? How many open houses did you do for the week? I'm fanatical when it comes to keeping score. I'm messaging my agents daily. How many open houses did you do this week? How many offers did you write? If you're not writing offers and you're not getting listing signs, you're not getting hired. That's simple. Back when I was closing 40 to 50 transactions every single year, I was doing 150 open houses a year. I was writing 200 plus offers a year. I was getting 80 listings a year. This is without a TC. This is without REO accounts. This is without anything. There was no social media back in 2008 or 7, back, the way we have it now. So keep your scores. Have a scoreboard. Keep track of everything that you do. Follow a game plan. And another thing, and I'll leave you all with this, we got to get our mind off of that independent contractor mentality, because I think that's a handicap. Every day we must wake up knowing that we're unemployed. Who's going to hire you today? Who's going to hire you to sell that house? Who's going to hire you to get them in escrow? We always say, well, I'm an independent contractor. My broker's not going to be on my behind. I could do that activity tomorrow. And tomorrow is tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. So keep a score, look at your transactions, follow a game plan, follow a system, listen to your coach. Leave your egos, check your egos at the door, because a lot of times our egos are our biggest enemy. We feel that we know it all. We feel that we don't need to listen to our coaches or the top producer that might be giving us a courteous advice, and we take it personal. We don't know how to take constructive criticism, and I think that's a downfall. So thank you, everybody. Blessed to be here, and thank you again for such an amazing introduction. Thank you, everybody.